Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome to our Thursday night live Let's Play of OpenTTD in Season 11. How are we all doing? Welcome. The XP points were on the last stream. Didn't catch what they're about. Maybe we need to ask to explain it all. XP points? It's not XP, it's Hellish points. Not XP, that's why you're getting confused. Hello everybody, how are we doing? You're talking about the YouTube thing for XP. Yeah, just ignore that. For the top fans thing, yeah, ignore that. That's different. That's different. Hi Doomwalker, welcome. DJ Egg, one of our moderators, welcome. So here we go everybody, let's crack on. We'll do the news and the to-dos and how do you do's, and then we'll crack on with a server launch. Hey, what? Server launch? Yeah, server launch. And then the rest of Season 11, eh? That sounds good. Now, if you want to know when the gameplay starts, well, we're hopefully going to be starting it in about 4 minutes' time. We'll see. So if you're not watching live, you can fast forward, or you can get yourself a cup of tea and all that sort of thing. But hello there. Welcome. And there is a monthly giveaway going on at the moment for Farm Manager. If you want to be within a chance of winning that, go to portal.masterhellish.net. Now, we've got community gaming nights going on the Variety channel. If you're not on the Variety channel, go to the website, and at the top and bottom of the website, there's a link to my Variety channel, and you should be able to check that out. And there's also a community gaming night channel in the Discord, and so you can come along. This coming Monday, we're going to be doing Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. So a bunch of us are getting together, 8 o'clock UK time to play that. So if you're interested, check that out, have a look. And we have both the Hellish Weekend and a LAN party booked for September, so if it's something that you might be interested in, get in touch. And do remember to subscribe. We are getting close to the 33,333. There we go. Oh, we just went past the 33,000. Nice. Okay, so not far to go for the 33,333. We'll be looking forward to that. Now, recently we've had some pretty cool videos coming out. I haven't updated the screen yet, so we've got the AI transport disaster, we've got the better networks, but then recently there was another one that came out, and it's where I created and asked generative AI about junctions in OpenTTD, and we also looked at the traditional AI as well. So check out that video on the channel. So, thank you very much for all the subs and support. Now, just to do some clarification as well, there are 3 different types of subs. You can either become a member on the YouTube, you can do a Twitch sub, which is always nice, especially if you've got one of your Twitch Primes going. But also there's Viewer Plus, which is a fantastic way to support me. And if you want to know how to support me, you can go to my website, and there's a support button. And there's a list of different ways you can support me as I transition from this hobby that I had to full-time content creating. And most of the things on that list are free, so do check that list out. And even better, I've now fixed that page. So unbeknownst to me, because my web browser on my phone is nearly permanently in desktop mode, I didn't realise that it didn't fit that page on mobile devices. So if you go to that page now, and I can give you guys a link, then it should work on not every phone, right? Because there's a lot of phones out there. There's a lot of phones with a lot of different sizes and a lot of different options and operating systems and browsers, etc, etc. But this should now work on most, and it should fit nicely, and it should resize, and you should see a nice list of all the different ways you can support. Okay. And finally, the biggest news of today, of course, as I announced on social media, we have an OpenTTD server. Yeah. What is a mobile's desktop mode? So if you're on a mobile device and you go up into the settings, usually the burger menu or the 3 dots, in a lot of mobile devices, especially Android, I don't know about iOS or other ones, there's a tick box where you can change to desktop mode. And basically, it tells the website you're not a mobile phone, you're just a desktop with a really weird display. So it allows you to not get the mobile version of the website, which is important for some things. For example, if you want to go to a website and the mobile version is missing a feature, but the normal web version isn't, you can force the web. So there we go. Right then, no, there's no good. isn't gonna be Godzilla. If you want to know more about the dev that's going on, last week we did OpenTTD mod dev on Friday. We're going to be doing it again next week, and there's a channel in the Discord if you want to catch up with that. Yeah, never seen it, and you've got Android. Well, it depends what Android you have, because there's different ones. But if you open Chrome in Android, maybe it's because you don't use Chrome. But if you open Chrome in Android, you go to the three dots and scroll down. There is an option that says Desktop Site, and if you tick that, it will tell the website, "Hey, I'm not a mobile. I just have a small screen." And you usually get the web version rather than the mobile version. That was broken, but is now fixed. So you can go to that website, check out all the ways to support me. And we've just run out of time, but we're going to launch the server. Okay, so let's have a look. I'm gonna get into OpenTTD, and I'm going to go over to the Discord if I can find the server. So on the Discord, there's 3 channels for OpenTTD in the games section. There's OpenTTD, OpenTTD Help, and OpenTTD Mod Dev. That's the dev thing that I said was last week and next week, right? New viewer plus subscriber. Fantastic. Okay, thank you very much, Stevie D, for renewing your viewer plus subscription. 18 months now. Thank you for your support. But yes, we've got those 3 channels. But then if you go down to the Hellish servers section, there's another OpenTTD page, right? There's another OpenTTD page. So I am going to put in the details now. Okay, and I'm going to get the password, which I saved over here because I knew that I wasn't going to remember it. So essentially, anybody can come and join the server, right? But you get the details via the pinned message in Discord. Okay, it is publicly advertised in OpenTTD. So as soon as I hit this button, and then I can just correct that. Save. There we go. And then I can pin it. And we can remove the old pin. That's the old pin. So now people should have the password. And if we go over to OpenTTD, there we go. You can see we now have the Master Hellish community server. You're not good enough to play yet? Just go and play and have fun, Mighty Joe. Just enjoy it. Doesn't matter how good you are, as long as you play by the rules. And there's a link in there. That link takes you to my website where there's the rules of the game. Okay, so it's all the normal Master Hellish rules. So English only chat, family friendly, be nice, no spam, no political or religious discussions, certain level of conduct is expected. And then there's the OpenTTD rules, which is friendly competition, yes. Deliberately screwing somebody over, no. Industry competition is only allowed at primary. You can't see the Discord channel. Haha. Well, that's because I have 2 buttons to press, and I forgot to press the other button. So, there we go, and boop. Right. You might need to refresh or something, I have no idea. But that channel should now be visible to everybody. Originally it was a viewer plus only. There it is, there we go. So that's it, folks. Officially, we are launched. The server is up. This has been a long time coming. I decided a while ago that I wanted to do this. And I've always toyed with the idea of having a public server or maybe just a Viewer Plus server and this and the other. And we did have a Viewer Plus server for a long time, but it wasn't really getting used. So I was like, okay, let's have this for everybody. So there we are. We now have a community server. We might have more in the future. And it's currently set up with a Season 11 map and settings. So you should be able to go on and play that. For the others who still can't see it, goes to browse channels at the top and the other channel list and make sure to follow the right channels. Yes, Guardian and Moon, that might be required for some people. But there we go. Job's a good one. And if anybody's got any questions, let me know. hopefully it's all good. Can I refresh? Refresh server. Oh, there's 6 people in it already. There's 6 people in it already. So there we go, folks. There's the news. Let's get in and get Season 11 up and rolling. Maybe we'll jump into the server and have a look at some point, see what people are up to. So let's play. Oh, I tell you what, as well, folks, a piece of news that you guys will be interested in. There's an OpenTTD viewers game planned. And at the moment, the only place it's made a note of is in Discord. So if you look at the events in Discord, you've got all the streams that are happening soon. But also you've got a couple of other things. Unpause it. It should automatically unpause once there's enough people playing. Okay, Millalol, please... Right, okay. You're going to get timed out if you keep spamming, okay? You're going to have a 10-second timeout for that. Right, Season 11. We're going to get that up and rolling. Now, we've got to convert the network tonight. And it's going to be a pretty big job. And we're going to do it a different way. So, let's get back into OpenTTD. Here we are, look. So, this is our Season 11 game. This is exactly the same map. Exactly the same map that we have running on the server at the moment. No spamming is in the server rules. That is true. It's actually in the rules that you have to accept in the YouTube chat, I believe, as well. The server is paused. It shouldn't be paused. Yeah, that's weird. Okay, folks. Oh, I'm going to have a quick look at that. But basically, all of this world's going to be Maglev soon. Converting the rails is such a tedious job. No, we're going to do it the quick way tonight. So, I recently released a short, and the short was about converting your rails to Maglev, or converting, you know, between monorail, Maglev, etc. And I said, well, you can either do it the manual way, which is pretty much the standard way, or you can use a mod, and that's what we're going to do tonight. So let's go and have a look at the server, shall we? Let's see what's going on. I'm going to have a look at the server. Picture in picture to the rescue, yes. So, apparently the server is paused. But it shouldn't be. Okay, let's have a look. There is a lot of logs in here. Let's have a look in the config. So, it shouldn't be paused. It should pause, but only when there's not enough players. So if we go into autosave, sound, network. Here we go, network. So I'm looking at the config for the network now. It says max spectators, yeah. Restart, yeah. Minimum active clients. Now, how many active clients are there? Because you need 3. Yeah. Minimum active clients. That might... Then again, there's quite a lot of you, right? So that mod sounds like a game server. Yeah, it is. It really is. I'm going to show you all later. There's 9 of you, right? What I'll do then is I'll kick you all off, and we'll do it again. Okay, we'll start it up again after I've changed the settings. So let's go here and let's kill the server. OpenTTD server. Running the stop command. Heritage line will be preserved. It might be converted and then converted back again, but the train will certainly be preserved. Okay, server should be dead. Right, I'm gonna open the server. I bet what it is. I bet it's the manual pause auto on. How do you join again? It's pinned in the appropriate channel in the Discord. Guild Games. So let's have a look. Yeah, automatically pause when starting new game is on. It shouldn't be. The auto pause should be sorted out by the server on the candidate. So there we go. Now, if I start the server again, I'm not 100% sure whether it will use the new settings, because it'll be saved in the server file. Ooh, I don't know. Anyway, let's have a look. Yep, server's started back up. I'll tell you what we'll do. Should we go have a look? We'll go have a look. We'll go have a look ourselves. Yeah, those stations are really good. They are the... Oh, the name escapes me. Oh dear. Right, password. Oh, it's going to show up on screen. Well, we won't do that. I know the password is shown in the Discord, right? But like, there has to be a barrier to entry. Yeah, you have to go to the same place where it says "Read the rules here" in capital letters, and it gives you a link. If you don't do that and you break the rules, you just get permanently banned. ISR. Thank you very much. Yes, ISR. Right, so I'm in. It's still paused. Okay, so the pause must be in the save of the game. Let's go back to the server. Okay. In which case, I can fix that. New viewer plus subscriber. Fantastic. Fantastic. Infernal Badger, thank you very much for your subscription. We're going to start a server. We're going to play a scenario. Yeah, it's auto-paused. I think the auto-pause is saved in the scenario setting. So what I'm going to have to do... So it's not the server that's the problem. It's the scenario. So I'm going to load the scenario in the scenario editor. I'm going to change that setting, and then we'll sort it out. So, loaded the scenario in the scenario editor. Yeah. Automatically pause when starting a new game off. Okay, let's try saving that. Save it back over the top, see what happens. And then don't bother going on the server yet, because I'm just going to go and actually load the scenario into the server. We'll see how it goes. Maybe you need another scenario building stream for... No, we don't need scenario building streams. It was fine. Alright, I've just redone that. Right, so I start the server. It's currently paused. I don't know. I don't know what it is. For some reason, it keeps wanting to pause. But I've unpaused it. I'm going to save it. Then I'm going to exit and load the server. See, people were still trying to join, even when they shouldn't have done. Right, so now I'm running the server properly. It should pop back up. Oh, yeah, it seems to be back up. The server starts really fast, right? But we'll get to season 11 in a minute, folks. There we go. Still paused at the moment. Now it's unpaused. Right? Yeah, it's unpaused. It's working. It's all fine. People don't listen. That's true. So, what it was, the game was paused in the scenario file. Like the actual state of the scenario was paused. Which was a bit weird, right? That's very strange. I think it's because this scenario file comes from a game save or something along those lines. It's a bit weird. Anyway, the game's running. Enjoy the server, play by the rules, be nice to each other, and enjoy, okay? And I will get myself back over to Season 11, where we'll sort a few things out and we'll do the big upgrade. Okay, so let's load up Season 11 again. And off we go. So, for now, you'll just have the Season 11 game, and we will pop different things on the server if and when we want to. And the details of what the server will be changing to and when it will be updated will all be posted in that particular channel, in the server channel. There we go. Right. Well, what are we now? 20 minutes into the stream, we're starting. So what we're going to do is we are going to convert everything in our world, all the standard rail, all the monorail, to Maglev, okay? Except the heritage line, which is over here, with one train on it, and also the vac tube, because we don't want to downgrade the vac tube. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, we don't need tech support. We just sort it out ourselves. So to be able to do this, we're going to install a new mod, right? Now, if you look in the new GRFs, we have a list of new GRFs, right? And this list is in the description of the live stream, right? Heritage for diesel as well. I don't think we're going to do that, Joe. I don't think we need to do that. Steam's fine. We've got one line for Steam. Don't think we need anything else. Unless chat overrules me. But we're going to get a mod in that hopefully will just make it a little bit easier than going through and redoing every single train's orders. Because it is a bit of a nightmare. And I don't think I've ever done it like this before. So I'm going to get the mod ready, and we'll see what you guys think about a diesel heritage. Yeah. So I'm going to pause the game. I'm going to save it. We're going to save it as 30A, because we might have to save it a few times tonight. Yeah. Vactube the world. No, we're not vactubing the world. We're because a lot of the commodities being carried around, Vactube can't do. There isn't the carriage for it. At least not yet. So, that's the game saved. What we're going to do now is abandon the game. Oh no, hang on. I don't need to abandon. Go into the new GRFs, because I've got dev mode turned on. So two ways you can do it. You can either change the file name, put it in load it as a scenario, and then change it and load it back again, or just go into dev mode. There's a console command for it. Okay. That's weird. Look, the console is showing stuff from the previous game still. Oh, hang on a minute. Diesel Heritage Defo. Wonder if you'll accidentally upgrade some Vactube to Maglev. I mean, maybe. What I'm going to try and do is do the entire world to Maglev, almost. And then I'll fix the Vactube, put the heritage line back, and we might be alright. Maybe add the diesel train onto the heritage line? Maybe. So, what we're going to be doing is adding the universal rail type mod. Okay. So we're going to add that to our list of mods. We're going to upgrade it as well, actually. And apply the changes. Now, it's going to tell us that the game will break. But we've got a separate game save, so it's fine. Like, if it goes terribly wrong, we've got a separate save. 30A indeed is the rollback plan. Look, when they're doing this caution message, right, the devs aren't joking, right? This is a genuine thing that will just break games very often. Do you have speed limits for carriages on? I think it depends on the GRFs. Okay. So, I'm sure. We've got a backup, we've got a rollback plan. There we go. Now, is the game going to crash? Probably not. Probably not. Now, can I access the new GRF? Yes, there is. Universal Rail Construction. Now, according to the... Is there a README that we can have a look at? Because I think there is a README, and it does tell you some information. This is my first time using this mod. There we go. So there is a README file. Okay, so what it says, okay, is it tells you about it. And it says, when this new GRF is loaded, you can configure the auto replace to upgrade or downgrade trains between the default rail types. Okay, so it's the main use is in the depots, right? Now, is there Now it says, due to the way that the set is coded, you have the option of building universal rail track. However, there is no need to do this. You can simply build universal rail depots and connect your existing network to them. And then the universal rail track looks the same as normal track. So it might be confusing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert everything to universal rail track because we've got depots everywhere. Then we'll do the reassignment. So let's unpause. And I'm going to attempt to convert nearly the entire world to universal rail. So we're going to go from like the vac tube down there to the vac tube down here. And that, I think, should cover all the rail. The heritage rail will get converted and all that sort of stuff. We should be alright. Yeah. So there we go. Never seen a game allowing you to add mods while hot. Well, to be honest, you shouldn't. You have to go into the console, enable dev mode, and then it still tells you shouldn't do it. But we're doing it anyway, and we're doing it live here on YouTube and Twitch. Anyway, before I break, so now I'm going to attempt to just convert everything to universal rail, and we'll see if this breaks the vac tube. So I'm going to get a extra viewport, and we're going to go split screen on this particular one. Okay, so we're going to go to the bottom of the world down here, and we're going to start at the top of the world over here, and we're going to go from here to there, and do pretty much the whole world as universal rails. Right, now, has that broke the vac tube? Probably. Where's the possible break in the vac? Yes, there, right? So I need to fix the vac tube. But those bits look okay. Right, let's just get the vacuum tube construction. Yeah, see, look, this bit got converted and the train's stuck. So it may be called universal rail, but it doesn't actually do vac. Okay, so the vac... So we're going to put the vac tube back in. There. And then we've got some vac tube here that we need fixing. Just in time for that train to get around there. Trains are all stuck here. Oh, it looks like we've got deadlock. Oh, we've got deadlock. Okay. Let's fix the deadlock. So let's turn this train around. And what we're going to have to do as a temporary solution to fixing the deadlock is take these signals out and have them as one junction. So auto signal remove. So I'm going to remove this signal and this signal. And then, oh, hang on. If I move that signal one further down, will it work? Oh no, it was just fine anyway. And now that train's advanced forward, I can remove these signals safely. Hopefully we don't get another crash. I don't think we're getting a crash. Doesn't look like we got a crash. Okay. Trains are longer than the gap between the junctions. Yes, so one of the rules when doing junctions is to leave a gap in the two junctions which is at least a train length. And here, that was not done, okay? It looked like it might be okay. So we've got one junction block here. And we've got one junction block kind of like here, right? Now, this gap between here needs to be at least a train length once you put a signal in front of it. And that was not the case. So to fix it, I've changed it into one junction block, and then I'll improve it later. So these are all breaking down now because they've been stuck there a while and they're at 0% reliability. But they'll sort themselves out. Okay. Now we just need to continue to fix the vac tube, which is here. Now we have to be careful when we do this because we don't want to accidentally turn something that shouldn't be vac tube into vac tube, right? There we go, that's okay. And then once we've done this, we could probably... Because what we're going to do is we're going to... I don't think I've actually fully said this. Okay, phase 1. Turn everything to universal rail. Phase 2, fix the vac tube. Phase 3, get all the trains to change to Maglev. Phase 4, change everything to Maglev. Phase 5, fix the vac tube. Phase 6, make sure the Heritage Railway line's fine. And that should be it. I said should be. Okay, so the vac tube lines are all good now, I think. Right. So now, everything's exactly how it was at the beginning of the episode, except these lines aren't standard lines. They're universal rail types. Right? That's the difference. Okay, and we don't really care that the track's universal rail. What we do care about is that the depots are universal. And that also means the old monorail that we upgraded for, like, the brewery, that's universal as well. And also this kind of diagonal one that used to be monorail here. Yeah. Change all to Maglev, fix trains, fix VAC and Heritage. Not quite, because what we're going to do is we are going to use the tool to now change them all to Maglev. Okay, the standard auto replace tool. So we're now in the third phase. So we're going to go replace vehicles. There we go. Now, for replacing vehicles, let's make that a little bigger. There we go. We don't want to do the Hyperloop pod because that is the VAC, and we're not upgrading the VAC. We don't want to do the steam engine. We want to do all of these to probably one of these two. Now, we've got one that's a speed of 400, one that's a speed of 450. The max reliability is down a little bit, but it's still 95%, right? So that should be fine. Now, you guys wanted me to do a diesel heritage line, which is going to be a little bit of a pain unless I use groups. So we'll use groups. Right, so let's go and let's add an extra phase in now. So before we start converting stuff, let's check the heritage line. So where's the heritage train? There's the heritage train. Now at the minute, the heritage train, here it is using the same platforms as everybody else. But that can't be happening anymore. So what I'm going to do is we're going to disconnect them. And we're just going to do take a little bit more off. Oh, missed it. That train's going to get a little bit stuck now. But basically, this last platform is just going to be... Oh, no, we want universal there for now. There we go. There we go. So we're just using 5 platforms for the main line, 1 platform for the heritage, and then the other ones are the Maglev and the other line. So I think what we'll do is we'll add a diesel train to the heritage line, and then we'll put passing places in. But for now, I'm going to send the train to the depot, and we'll bring them back. Okay, for some reason that train decided to turn around. Now we haven't got... I don't think we've got... Oh, there's a passenger diesel. There's a passenger diesel as well. Right, so we need to grab one of the passenger diesels and put... Actually, I tell you what we'll do. We'll do this, and we'll force it onto the line when we get a new passenger diesel. So what's next? What's the next train to come in, and where's it coming? So we got... that's a food train. That's no good. Then another... Is that another... Ah, there we go. That's a passenger one. And it's coming in on this line. So I'm going to remove this. And remove these two. And remove that. So the next passenger train, which just broke down, is going to come into the station. And it can only go back out onto the Heritage Railway. And we'll put that in the depot as well. There we go. Come on. We're all waiting for you. We've had to do some special rail configuration just to get you to go to where you need to go. Okay, so we can add that piece back in. I'm not quite sure about whether to let this train in or not. Because of... Oh, actually, it's behind the signal. It'll be fine. So now this one is potentially going to get quite lost. But on its way out, I'm going to say go to depot. What do you mean you're unable to find route? Just go down the track, you nana. Okay, let's change its orders. Get rid of the shared orders. Because you have to do that first with the train that's got shared orders. I'm just going to tell it to go to the depot. There we go. Convert the depot to a regular depot so it can't convert the diesel train. Maybe? That's one way of doing it. I was just going to do a group. I was just going to do a group and do it on the ungrouped trains. Anyway, right now, I can put the universal rail type back, and there we go. Right. This signal needs to be removed as well. We'll do some proper passing places and proper signals. So now, we need to group the other trains. Now, let's see. What number train is that? This is Heritage Train 2, Train 60. Oh, wait, hang on. Stop in the depot. There we go. So, Group 0 is the Heritage Group. We should probably rename it. Let's see. ID. Heritage. Okay. So it's the Heritage Group, and then we've got ungrouped. And we need to put the Heritage Train 60. Where's Train 60? There's Train 60. We're going to move it into the Heritage Group. So we've got 2 trains in the Heritage Group, and then all other trains. And then we can manage that list on the ungrouped. Convert Heritage of Universal Rail. What? No. We don't need to do any Universal Rail. You have a question? You want to ask for several weeks? Okay. But first making this diesel steam working. Yes. Well, the diesel and steam train are now in their own group. Okay. So I can now go manage list and replace vehicles, and it's only going to be doing it for the ungrouped trains. Okay. Now, just like I said before, we're going to ignore the Hyperloop. We're going to change all of these to the Lev 2. Okay. Every single one of them. So, start replacing. Start replacing. Start replacing. And start replacing. Okay. Now there is some other ones. Let's see, what's that one? Get all of them in here. That's an electric. So I think that one's a monorail. In any case, they're all getting upgraded. 50 trains have already been upgraded. 57, 50. Can I keep that open? 70 trains have already been upgraded. And there's one of them that's just been upgraded. Should you replace the wagons as well or not? No, it's all good. Don't need to replace the wagons. Wagons are... What? Don't forget the wagons too. The wagons should be fine, right? Pretty sure the wagons should be fine. Make a script or GRF that will replace all of your company's track to a specific type with a new type. I think that's pretty much what this mod does. Already exists, right? Universal rail type. I mean, you can use it to switch between them, which is exactly what we're doing tonight. The only complication we've got is because I've not done it before and we didn't already have the mod installed. So if we was just doing it from the beginning, I'd have just been building the universal rail type depots. So this train seems to be working fine. Okay. Now, if I convert the line to Maglev in front of it, will it be okay? Yes. Completely fine. Now, because of the other trains on the track, I'm just going to quickly put that back to standard rail. Universal, sorry. There we go. This is one of the downsides of universal rail. It looks like standard. Accelerating and stopping all the time. I know, it's because it's following a slower train, but once they've all been updated, it'll be alright. Okay? So this process is so much quicker and better than having to change all of these trains one by one. So either sending it to the depot, deleting it, changing the depot, sorry, upgrading the depot and then changing it to the other type and all of this, or sending all trains to the depots, deleting all the trains, you know, all of these different things. Yeah. Oh, you just like click a button and it all just does it. I think that is potentially a step too far. Like, then what's the, like, there's no challenge to the conversion. There's no, I mean, I suppose you'd have to pay for it, but when you've got 31 billion in the bank, who cares, you know? Yeah. Oh, I need a quick drink. Right, so unfortunately now, we can't move on to the next phase until all of these have converted. Right? But what we can do is go back to that junction and try and fix it on this line over here. So what we got going on? Well, that train's just stopped apparently. I must have accidentally stopped it. Oh, there's quite a queue now. There is quite a queue. Oh, silly me. Hopefully it'll be alright. Now, let's have a look. This here is length 10, which is fine, but there's no signal on it. And if you put a signal on it, there we go. How about a four-way line? You mean this? Yeah? Four-way junction. One-way, two-way, three-way, four-way. We've got a few different junctions to go in various different ways. We've got another four-way junction, but where two of the ways are dual track. That's this one. Now, I explained this in my other video, but essentially you've got, you know, a dual in and a dual out that way, and a dual out and a dual in this way, and then just one in, one out there, and one in, one out there. Okay, and the resulting junction was this. I like it. It's one of my favourites. So that one is, like I said, it's now this one. If it was dual in all four directions, it'd be different. Yeah. What if you make it length 11 instead of 10? Yes, by moving the crossing. Well, that's what I was looking at going to be doing. So first thing I was going to do is see if I could move the station back. Now, what I can do is if I alter the land here, I can move the crossing up, which then means it's okay. So let's go to Vac. Put the crossing straight in front of the station. Because it's a terminus station, it's okay. I can then do that, and then this here is now 11, which means I can put a signal here. Once that train's out the way, I'll be able to put another signal here and a piece of track, and there we go. In theory, this is now all completely resolved. And I didn't have to move the station, and I didn't have to move the junction. All I did was alter the land so that I could move the crossing back. Now, I don't think... No, this bit down here won't do deadlock. Now, that signal there is stopping. Can I move the train forward? Yeah, I can move the train forward there. But I still think the back of the train might stick out. It's not going to cause deadlocks. They are all breaking down terribly, though. They need to sort themselves out. Right, a cloverleaf? No. I do like cloverleaves for their kind of form. I enjoy their form, but they're not very good because... hang on a second, I just need to double check something in my mind, which I won't do with Vactube. So the cloverleaf comes in like that, then you have the diagonal, but then let's see, you clover, right, how do we do the clover? Like it goes... I can't remember now. No, that's not a cloverleaf. Something... Oh, yeah. So it comes out like this. Yeah, something like that. Right. So, the reason why cloverleaves are rubbish... Okay. is because, and this is a very rough diagram, right? This is very rough. Okay, these tracks here don't cross over each other, so don't worry about that. But if you're entering the cloverleaf this way, right, you've got trains coming in and merging onto the cloverleaf before then later you've got the split to go this way or that way, right? Which means this section of track in the middle here is extra busy because you've got your two trains coming together into one line and then coming out from two. And it's not just that, it happens on all four sections of track. So the whole middle of a cloverleaf it can be twice as busy as what it should be. And that is the fatal flaw of the cloverleaf. Nice easy fix for the station. Yeah, I know, right? Right then. Oh, look, we've got a new vehicle. The Swiss Metro's come out. That might be one to get. Lane math is sort of lane mathematics. It sort of is. You could call it throughput mathematics. So that middle bit of track has the throughput of both of the ends, yeah. Yeah. You drive on a cloverleaf every day, and it's always busy. You know what? I bet city planners could learn things from a few gamers. Right, so we fixed this. I said we needed to. That has been fixed. It's all good. The entire VacTube service should be now pretty much up and running again. If we click on... Well, let's do a Vax... One of these stations is Vac only, and I think it's this one. I did it on purpose because I wanted to be able to easily identify the Vactrains. Here we go, look. So you can see a lot of them are not making money, and that's because they got stuck. And they're all going through and breaking down. Look, that one's at... Oh, actually, that one just happened to break down. But their reliability is quite good. So in theory, we should be alright. To be fair, with the speeds of the Vactrains, the cloverleaf shouldn't be much of a problem. That is true, but the Vac's only going around the outside, right? We're using Maglev for everything else. Now, how's our conversion coming along? Here we go. Oh, we're getting there, look. Right. So, all of the Turner Turbo diesels have been upgraded. We've got all but one of the monorails. All but 8 of them. And we've still got 70 odd of the others. We're getting there, though. Oh, no, there you are. There's the last of those electrics getting upgraded. We've got 7 of the Levs. Lev 1s. That was 8. So it looks like they are upgrading okay. So we're getting very close to being able to move on to the next phase. You're a double crossover merging entity sort of guy. I tell you what, if you want a good junction, right? This one down here, right? The Walamar Junction is one of my favourites, okay? This is because you have a T-junction here. It's a pretty standard T-junction. Okay, you've got 2 tracks coming in. They split off in 2 different directions. They merge over here and they merge a little bit further up there. So this is where they split for that, and that's where they merge there, right? It's a little bit wonky, but it's wonky because of logistical reasons for industries and things like that. But this is the bit that I like. This is the bit I find to be clever, right? So trains can come into the station and they can leave on any of the 3 lines, and those 3 lines are connected up to these 3 lines. And what happens here is that if a train needs to go to the depot, it goes to the depot. But if it doesn't need to go to the depot, it uses one line to come down and turn right, and it uses the other line to continue on straight. But if you've gone through the depot, you can still go straight or right. And it's a combination of this bit of track here. So this is the service track. This is the straight on track, and this is the turn right track. It's this combination here of the way that it splits and connects onto these lines, in addition to forcing trains into the depot, that allows these trains to smoothly choose their exit. Yeah. Hello everybody, welcome. Right, how we're doing on the upgrade? Oh, there's only one train left. 47 of those diesels left. I wonder if this is going to affect the operating profit. Yeah, so it's basically when you have a T-junction where one of the T-bits goes into a station and you need a service. Now, this bit here is quite complicated. Not necessarily necessary, right? There's a slightly more simple version of it here, right? And the simple version is a train can come in and go into any platform, and the trains come out and merge and can go onto any exit. But then you have the same thing here, right? So, like, the top line is for straight on, the bottom line is for turning left at the upcoming T-junction. And there is then, I'm going to hide that bridge if I can. There is then this clever split here, which allows them to use this service line if they need to. There's the straight on, there's the left. And then they go through the service segment like last time, and then you see the same pattern as before here, where this is the straight on line. The service line splits left and goes straight, and then this is the turn left line. And kind of doing it like that, this is something I've worked out in this series. Now, if other people have worked it out, they've worked it out independently, and this is the first time I've been implementing this, and it's worked really, really well. Yeah. Now, let's see how we're looking. 16 diesels left. We can get rid of this one. So we only have, in the ungrouped trains, 15 diesels left. Now, if any diesels are stuck or lost, that's where we then find out that that they're broken and sorted, right? So there we go. I think we've covered everything that we need to cover. We've talked about the plan. We've talked about the phases we're going through. We've done a number of those phases. We fixed a few things. I just want to check that the Vactrains are coming through here okay. Well, there aren't any. Are the Vactrains okay? What's up with them? Let's have a look. Okay, so it is... Oh, it's just come up to December. Okay, we've got one that's going into a depot now. And another one. Which is fine. We've got one that's lost here. Cannot reach... Oh, here we go. Here we go. We got an issue. There we are. Look, we're going to have a few trains that are stuck and lost around here. There we go. Let's fix that. So Universal Rail. Not Universal with Maglev, right? The Hyperloop can be way faster. Have a four-way line. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade that chain to a better vac tube at some point. 11 left. 11 trains left. Right. Let's go. So those vacuums should be alright now. I mean, they should have been alright before. But, yeah, I think we're okay. We've got one that's stuck, I think. I think it's just lost now rather than actually stuck. Yeah, it is. So it's heading southbound. The next station it should be able to get to is Bruntfield Forest, but it's saying it can't reach there. Ah, okay. Well, let's have a look at the Maglev. I mean the vac tube. Goes through a corner. I think it can get there. I think it just hasn't realised it can. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't it unproductive to have 3 stations which are all serving engineering supplies? Isn't 2 stationary and 1 factory maximum? I think you might be missing. Do you mean... You can certainly take a look. Are you talking about around here? Because if you're talking about around here, if I remember correctly, that one's doing farm, that one's doing both, Oh no, that one's doing farm as well. I'm not sure this one's doing farm. I think this one's just doing engineering, and we had the wrong train coming at some point. It should be 2 farm supplies, 1 engineering, I think. Let's check. That train there, what's it carrying? Yeah, that one's engineering supplies. This one's supposed to be just engineering. I don't know why there's farm supplies. Oh, hang on a minute. Is it for this one? Oh, that's why. Because we moved things. Yeah, they shouldn't be going there. Right? So, this one should be just engineering supplies. At some point, we fix this station and the trucks are now going here for the farm supplies. They shouldn't. They should be coming to the airport for their farm supplies. Okay, these 2 should be farm. That one should be engineering. So, what you're saying is correct, but it wasn't happening, and then we fixed this and caused the problem. So, I tell you what, let's fix that now. How many we got left on the trains? Ungroup trains, manage lists, replace vehicles. 10 left. There's 10 remaining. I'm going to keep that at the bottom of the screen. So let's fix this by putting some truck stops at the airport. 3 should do. We will raise that land up. And connect in the truck stops. And then we'll just change these. Instead of going to here and full loading, we'll come to the airport and full load. And that might cause a little bit of a problem because we've got a lot of aircraft loading here as well. Pretty sure I might be changing these to not full load. You should transfer some to the airport. I mean, they just shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be there. So I think once this place has not had farm supplies picked up at it for a while, that should go away. These 2 should just become farm supplies. This one will be engineering. Do you also want to pick the supplies up from the wrong station? We should be fine, I think. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to remove these. So I think we're okay now. Or it will be. It'll be better. They are loading and taking their time. And we are only getting 324 crates of farm supplies. 100% transported, which is fantastic. Right, this has been 10 for a while now, so now it's time to investigate those 10. Let's do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new group. Is it broken? Question mark. We're going to sort by model. And that one's broken down, so let's move that one in there. There's only 10 of them. There we go. Oh, the 10 of them in 5 trains. Right, so these are the ones we think might be broken. Let's go have a look. I don't think so. I don't think that's broken. We can make it go to the depot, though. I think... I'm not sure. I think these ones just haven't done it. You're waiting for the modding stream. You watched the video. It was nice. Ah, well. Next modding stream will be on... Oh, hang on. Where is this? Okay, this isn't where I thought it was. Oh, hang on a second. Station labels. Definitely north. Where is that? Leffingly. Just trying to figure out where this train's going. because I'm not sure. I don't know if it actually goes effingly north. Where on earth is that train going? Okay, it just came from Leffingly. It's going to Trundle. Trundley. Oh right, okay. So the train's going between this station and that station. Oh no, there are some depots on the way. So I see what I was trying to find out, right? That's a lot of breakdown since last maintenance. Is whether they can access these depots and use them between those lines. And I'm not sure they can. So the trains that are coming out here, like this one. I think this, yeah, this is one of the ones that's got the problem, right? It joins the line, and the line that it joins could in theory use that depot. But it seems like it just doesn't. Yeah, I was thinking there was no depot en route, but there is. There's this one, right? And to kind of prove it, it's just doing it now. Which is very... I mean, there's another one on the way back. And it just got converted. Distance from the main line. Let's check that out. So the distance is... The distance there is 14, I think. Although if you count that diagonal there, it might be too far, actually. You know what? You don't think it was converted? Yeah, it was converted. Look. Oh, you don't think the train was converted? Well, it's there, look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. No, it wasn't converted. Looks like it... Right, let's have a look at the conversions. So these ones are all done now because I moved its group. Okay. So ungrouped trains are done. It's just this one. It's because I moved it out the group, so it took the conversion order away. Yeah. Let's fix that. Right. So I think there's something up with being able to get to these depots. Now, obviously, if you send a train to it, it's fine. But if you don't send the train to it, it isn't. And I think that's a result... Look, I think that's a result of it might be too far away from the line. And that's 13. 14, 15... I mean, it should be fine. But it's not. You know what we can do? I mean, we haven't got a... It's not jammed, it's just busy, and we've got some slow trains. Yeah, these aren't going to ever get renewed, right? That one is. That one got renewed. But that's because I forced it to go off to that depot. So why? Why are these ones never getting renewed? Okay. I think we're going to move this junction, these depots, and make a change. Right? What we're going to do is we're going to delete all this. And this as well. We'll lower this land. And we're going to... Oh, hang on a minute. I need to put that tunnel back. Let's do it universal rail. Okay. We'll come up and immediately do the depot, right? And this one will come forward and we'll do the depot as well, right? Get rid of the forbidden bit of track. Connect that up. There. Right, okay. Now, over here... Oh, we got a train in the way. I was saying, I lower this land. And we can do tunnels. And then the main line can get through. But we can't do that now because there's a train in the way. But don't worry, we'll fix that by deleting that bit of track. And then as soon as... Oh, it's broken down. Just need to get these trains out of the way. Go on, stop breaking down in the way. Right, as soon as that one's left and it's gone, we can let this one go. Whoa, no, 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 no! I didn't know there was another one in there. Oh, dear. We're not doing very well at the minute, are we? Anyway, and what I was going to say was... Wow. 4 out of 5 live streams we've had a train crash now. Hang on a minute. I don't need to put a tunnel in there. It can just go straight across. There we go. Yeah. 4 more than Season 10. I know, right? In my defense, if there wasn't another train in that depot, it'd have been fine. Did you set the service interval? Service interval's, I think, default. Oh, now I've got to wait for the carriages to clear. Anyway, you can see what I was doing. One of the lines is fine. I think it might be the depot was too far from the line. So I've brought the depot 1 closer, I think. Yes. And if that resolves it, then I'll be quite happy. I mean, it looks like this line's certainly getting visitors. It's almost like testing new code in production environment there. I just need these to disappear so I can fix it. Oh look, the city wants to be in between the tracks. You shouldn't have made that disaster challenge, you jinxed it. You know what? We had no Let's Play disasters. When did Series 10 start? Oh, it's not gonna... Oh, it is gonna work, because I just bring that down like this. Put the tunnels in. That one may as well... Oh, that can't stay down because... Oh, can it stay down? No. There we go. Right, we're back up and running now. Yeah, when did Series 10 start? Because when Series 10 started, we had no crashes in Series 10. And then after the Destruction Disaster Deathmatch, I've had 4. Oh dear. Well, let's see if those trains are now unbroken. Well, that one didn't go. They have a replace order on, but it didn't go. Oh, there's only... Oh, hang on a minute. Here comes the other one. See, if it doesn't need to go to the depot, it won't. 59%. One breakdown. Yeah, I think it's okay. I haven't seen a single train use that depot yet, though. I do want to see them use it. What is it? It should be okay to use that depot now. Signals after the depot. Oh, okay. We'll put signals in here and signals in there. There you go. It would be nice to know that I fixed that depot, but it appears that it's just not needed at the moment. Let's see if we can find a train that needs it. No, that one didn't need it. That one didn't need it. Oh, cool. They're all going too quick now. Now, all of these trains have got a reliability that's high enough that they don't need to go. Think more people interested in the new server than the stream? I don't know. We've got 177 people watching the stream. Should we go and check out the server? Let's go check out the server. Let's see. Games Drive, Steam, Apps, Common, OpenTTD, Second Instance. OBS doesn't always like it when I do a second instance of OpenTTD, so we'll just have to see. Multiplayer. Master Hellish community server. I think I remembered the password. Oh no, I didn't. It says wrong password. Let's try again. I think I just mistyped it. Yeah, I just mistyped it. Right, now, I might be able to show you like this. Here we go. So here's the server. I'm here. Hello, everybody. Hope you're all enjoying the Master Hellish community server. We currently have 16 clients at the moment. A number of different companies. This is the map. Map of the world. And this, I think, was the first town I built something in. And it went down here and around here to this town. Oh, look, we've got trains going in all over the place. Steam trains there, bits and bobs. Look at these railway lines all over the place. Let's have a look at the world map. Let's have a look at the world map. Let's have a look at the world map like this. Okay, so we've got community, all sorts of things going on. Very nice. Don't look at the bottom corner. Don't worry. We won't have a close look. We won't have a close look. We will, however, go back to Season 11. So if you want to play on the server, the Master Hellish community server, OpenTTD server, the server should be available 24/7 except when it's down for maintenance. And the password and connection details and rules are all pinned in the channel on the Discord. If you want a link to my Discord, there's one at the bottom and top of my website. Right, let's close the correct instance of OpenTTD. There we go. Right, now, were you guys watching this? Has a train used this depot? So I don't think any of them have. Now, these ones, we've still got a couple that need... And so this one here, this one's reliability is now 0, and it's heading towards the depot right now. So it should just go and service in that depot. That depot is now 13, 14 square... Look, go, service. Why is it not servicing? Okay, I'm just going to send it to a depot. Getting tired of waiting here. Now this one's on its way, and I've told it to go to a depot, and I bet it uses the depot. Yeah. So why is it, when it needs to service, does it ignore these depots? But if it is told to go to a depot, it will find it. I don't know. I don't know. Right, we're going to get all of these trains that are in broke and put them back into ungrouped. Because it wasn't broken, they just didn't have a depot on the route that they could use. There we go. Now I just realised we've got the replace vehicles thing. Let's do it quickly. There we go. So we've got these two engines, which are currently breaking down constantly. It's on its way to a depot. Now, without using the mod that we're doing, this probably would have taken, like, maybe 3, 4 live streams? Yeah. There we go. So the train's in and the train's converted now. Now it's a bit lost, but it should find its way. Yeah, this map will be full in a day. Maybe, I don't know. There will be server restarts and so forth. Yeah. Why didn't you just tunnel into the oil wells? I mean, I'm pretty sure I did tunnel. I'm not quite sure what you mean there, but there we go, yeah. Minecraft survived. Thank you very much for your super chat. This is appreciated. That's the first super chat of the stream. So thank you very much. Maybe it's worth sending those trains to depots manually. Well, I did do. I sent the man to depot manually, but the problem is that the issue is just going to happen again, right? The problem will just re-problem itself. I think what we'll do is we'll add a relief depot here just in case. Should be alright. Go non-stop at depot. It should be fine. Yeah. You don't think the trains are servicing at all? Yeah, but how come all the other trains service? Right? Anyway. What's that one like? Oh, yeah, that one's fine. So there we go. We have converted everything. Now, what we're going to do is change it all. 255 breakdowns until servicing signals your trains don't service at all. Yeah, but what you can remember, Nut, is it's just those 5 trains. All the other trains are fine, right? And the only depots between the destinations on its orders are these ones. And it should be able to use them, and it's not. And I don't know why. So we'll see. Right then, let's do it again. So we can now turn all of this to Maglev. And this time, I will fix the vac tube properly. Because I know where it needs fixing now, don't I? So no longer, now our trains have converted, no longer do we need the universal rail construction. We can go all the way back like this, back to Maglev. Then just fix the vacuum tube. So for the vacuum tube, we had a few station tiles down here that needed fixing. Like this. For the vac, we also had this little kink here that needed fixing, and this junction and station here. Now, because it's not universal rail and it's maglev, it will still work, but it won't do great. Yeah, the heritage line's broke, but we're going to fix that as well. Right? So we're just getting the vacuum tube up and running again. Now, thankfully, the vacuum tube won't be as broke as last time, because the vac trains can run on monorail. They can't run on universal, strangely, but they can run on monorail. But they'll just slow down. There we go. And then there's a section over here that we need to sort out. And that is the vacuum tube sorted. Now we're going back to the Heritage Railway. So here we go. The Heritage Railway got converted, but the trains are still in there. So now we're going to put this all back. Okay, so the depot. I think, is that already converted? Yep, that's standard railway. There we go. So yeah, Vactube runs on monorail, but monorail will not run on Vactube. That's how it works. Okay, so there's the heritage line there. The heritage line comes down there. It's this platform here. And now we can let these two trains go. But I think we got the orders shared right? Okay, no. Let's share the orders. And before we get them going, we have to build passing places. So I think what we'll do is we'll have How long is this? See, that's not long enough. But we can move the tunnel back. Okay, we'll put the tunnel as far back as possible. There we go. Put the line back in. Now, I think... Oh, actually, we could probably move this a little bit further across. Yeah, we can. Right, what's the gap there? 12. That's fine. So we can put one signal going this way, one signal going that way. So we've got a passing place at this station. Then this one's in a town. So as soon as we can get out of the town, like down here, we'll put another passing place in. So there we go. One that way, one that way. We will leave that depot, and then in the middle here, we'll do another one. There we go. There we are. So we can let those two trains go now. The Maglev in front of the station can't go straight out. Distance between passing and depot too short. It shouldn't matter. Not with. I think the depot shouldn't matter there. Maglev in front of the station. I'm not quite sure on track is on where you're meaning. Yeah. Upgrade has not been too bad because we put in a universal rail set. Now, in theory, we're not using universal rails anymore, so we can get rid of it. So we've done the upgrade. We saved before. We're saving afterwards. A proper heritage line with both steam and diesel on a single line of passing places. Exactly. Exactly, Fran the Man. That's what you want, yeah. So now we're going to go into the new GRF settings. We're going to remove the universal rail, apply changes, and hope the game doesn't crash. There you go. It's gone. It's not in the list anymore. And I think everything's fine. Why remove the new GRF? Just don't use it. Exactly. I could just not use it, but I'm removing it so that then the list of GRFs that we specified is correct. And also, it's a bit of an experiment, adding and removing it. Where's the diesel? There they are. The steam and the diesel train just passed each other. Didn't crash? No, of course it didn't crash. Do I have crashes? I can't believe in the last 5 live streams I've had 4 crashes. And I didn't have a crash all season 10. Oh. Oh, you meant the game didn't crash? It's fine. The funny thing is, right, okay, if your GRF or script is interacting with the world in a way which the world relies upon it, then it'll crash. And you could very me. I'm pretty sure if you remove furs right now, it would crash hard, right? But because there was no universal rail tiles on the map, the GRF was essentially just not being used. Okay, it was essentially not in use at all. In which case, removing it was fine. First time catching you live, gave you a reason to keep playing the game. Good. Using universal rails makes the game finally playable. Yeah. Here we go. 2 trains are passing each other. Yeah, it's good. I made a short about it as well. And the readme on the GRF is actually quite good too. Some of the readmes in the GRFs are just like blank. But there we go. Proposal for a future script new GRF would be one that can hide loaded new GRFs. One that can hide loaded new GRFs. What, as if like just take them out the interface. I think that's very niche. Sounds very niche. Well, there we go, folks. I have managed to convert the world. The entire world is now true Maglev. Maglev here, Maglev there, Maglev absolutely everywhere, except the vac tube line that goes around the edge of the world, and the Heritage Railway. Exactly what we set out to do. And we may have had a train crash, but the game didn't crash, which I think is absolutely fantastic. Now, well done, stream over. No, stream's not over. We've got a whole bunch of other things we can crack on with, right? So, hang on, just, yeah, my headset's, there we go. Right, so what we're going to do next is have a look at the operating profit, because I'm wondering, are we going to see an increase? And I think we did, look. I think we did. It's been last 72 minutes. See, we've only, when did we convert most of the trains? See, most of the trains was probably like 30 minutes ago, maybe a little bit more. So I think this increase here, I'm pretty sure this increase is either because VacTube was broken and then I fixed it, or because we got all of our trains and upgraded to Maglev. It was around 40 minutes ago. So apparently here-ish. I'm not sure. Loaded but not used. Yeah, that does sound rather niche. I mean, why would you load it and not use it? Maybe. I don't know if you would be able to tell if a new GRF was in use or not. But yeah, I mean, we have actually had a slight dip over here. But things can be volatile. So we'll see. We'll see. Around 40 minutes ago was the vac tube fix. Okay, we'll just have to see. We'll have to give it a while. Now, as we're renewing and replacing things, now would be a good time to check in on the other vehicles. So let's see. If we want... What's this? Oh, we've got a different group for those buses. So I don't think we need to replace the road vehicles, but we're going to have a quick look. Okay. So, looking at the super bus, yeah, we're already using the latest bus. So I'm pretty sure all the road vehicles will be alright. The ships haven't changed in a while. Like, we haven't really had many new ones come. And we did upgrade the ships last time we checked all the upgrades. But really, I'm wondering if the aircraft has got one that they can upgrade to. So let's have a look. Replace all vehicles. Oh, we've had some replacing going on previously, look. We upgraded the helicopters. There's no upgrade available for them. We upgraded the standard aircraft. And I don't know if there's an upgrade available. What we'll do is we'll change it to cargo capacity. Go down. And you can see there that that's the highest capacity one still. So nothing to change there. Why are you using helicopters? We're using helicopters to deliver supplies. They are hover buses. They're not out yet. It's only 2033. So hover buses aren't coming yet. So here's an example of where we're using helicopters. We've got a trading post here, and it's creating engineering supplies and farm supplies, and we're using helicopters to take those farm supplies over to where they need to go. Now this is good for two reasons. One, they do move quite quick, especially compared to road vehicles. Two, the amount that they can carry is about right for delivering supplies and getting things gung-ho. And three, the footprint of the various different things that they use, so the heliports, are relatively small and they don't require any infrastructure like roads between. So when you're delivering farm supplies and engineering supplies, actually over short and medium-ish distances, helicopters are a good way to go. So you can see we're delivering down here. This place is gung-ho. It pretty much has been. There's no dinosaurs in OpenTTD that I know of. There's cows. Well, presumably cows, because it just says livestock. Could be bison, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, right then. Now, how's the operating profit going? Still going down. Not sure why. Not sure why. I don't think chicken counts as livestock. Or maybe it is, actually. Because it's just stock that's alive. Didn't think about it like that. No, I've always just assumed they're cows. I don't know why, but the livestock in open... Right, okay. In your mind, when you saw livestock in OpenTTD, what animal did you have in your mind? Go on, shout out in chat now. What animal did you just assume it was? See, Gil Game says, isn't livestock should be assumed to have 4 legs. Yeah. Guardian says, oh, here we go. Cow, cow, zebra, cow, sheep, pigs, cow, llama, Jeremy, cows. So, okay, so, some people are saying sheep, some people are saying pigs, lots of cow, horses, maybe not cat. Okay, cows and pigs. Right, so, summary, most people thought of cows, some people thought of pigs and sheep as well. Interesting. I've always just thought cow. Yeah. The cart looks like they carry goats. I suppose it does a little bit. Suppose it does. Right then, folks. Let's quickly just... this is a good point, actually. Now we've done the main upgrade and we've talked about a couple of things. This is a good opportunity to quickly nip through the news, because there's a whole bunch of you that weren't here at the beginning when we did the news, and there's a few really cool things in the news at the moment. So bear with me a second while I just make a note of one that I forgot. So that, and then there is... Right, so now there is the monthly giveaway going on at the moment for Farm Manager 2021. If you want to take part in that, go to portal.masterhellish.net. Now we have a community gaming night on Monday. It's going to be on the Variety channel. Go to my website or to my channel page, where at the bottom there's a link to the Variety channel where we do our community gaming nights. Age of Empires 2 is the next game we're going to be doing on Monday. That starts at 8 o'clock UK time. And there's also the community gaming night channel on the Discord. The link to the Discord, top and bottom of the website. Now, there is the Hellish weekend booked for September in Nottingham. And there's also a LAN party that I'm going to in Barnsley in September. If you want details about either of them, want to know more, maybe meet up and that sort of thing, then just get in touch, preferably through Discord, and check that out. Now we have a brand new OpenTTD Master Hellish community server. There is a bunch of people on there. We had a look not long ago, so we're not going to have a look now, but we will have a look again before the end of this live stream. If you want to go have a go on that server, it should be on at all times. It requires, I think, 3 people to be online playing at the same time. So if you want to go and play, get on the OpenTTD server channel in the Discord and communicate with people to go and play together. The server password and rules are all pinned in that channel on the Discord. Once again, link to my Discord, top and bottom of the website. Now, we have an OpenTTD viewers game coming up. There's no live stream scheduled for it yet. None of that official stuff is in, but I have put a placeholder event in the Discord. So if you go to my Discord and go to events, now if you're on mobile, I think there's a little tiny events button in the top right hand corner rather than it being in the list. But we've got the Monday Night Gaming with Age of Empires. Then we've got we'll have next week's OpenTTD slot, this one. Then we'll have my OpenTTD mod dev workshop on Friday. Now, after that, there is the OpenTTD viewers game, and we're calling it the Real Rails viewers game. Viewers game 36. That's going to be on Saturday, the 9th of August. So there's no live stream scheduled for it yet, but that's when it's going to be. The details are on Discord. So go check that out. And then after that, we've got the Hellish weekend, a birthday party stream, and LAN Ops, which is the LAN party that I'm going to be going to. All those things are listed in the Discord events. That's where they get put first, and then they spread everywhere else. But Age of Empires 2, legendary. I know, right? I know. Just a quick note as well on top of all of those things. If you're watching videos or streams and notice something interesting or funny, please do clip it. Helps me and the community out. And we have one seat left in the preview team. If you want to be able to see videos early and provide feedback on them, please do let me know. Get in touch. If you're liking the stream, please do give it a like. It lets me and the algorithm know that you are enjoying it. And of course, if you're watching and you like OpenTTD or you like retro games or my stuff, trains, transport games, do subscribe. We've gone past the 33,000, and this live stream, we've so far managed to get another 2 people join along. Looking forward to when all the 3s are on there. And I think that's all the newsy bits. So let's get back to the game. Right then, folks. So we are going to just check around the network and make sure everything's running nice and smoothly. We do have... Why was there a bit of a slowdown there? Did that train just break down? It did break down. I think it is okay, though. Yeah. Thanks for the update. No worries. No worries. OpenTTD Viewers games are quite fun. That OpenTTD Viewers game might be a little bit special, but I'm not going to reveal why until after. Let's just check this. Yep, that vac tube is still okay. Those junctions are still doing alright. These depots are working fine. Fran the man just redeemed a game giveaway. Oh, fantastic. Let's do that. Fran the man. Everybody thank Fran the man for the opportunity of a game giveaway. So let's do that now. I'm going to pick a random game out of my goodie bag. And then you guys go to portal.masterhellish.net to take part. And anybody could win it that gets involved. Let's do it for the game called Tin Can. So there we go. The giveaway is starting now for that. Go to portal.masterhellish.net and we will reveal the winner before the end of the stream. Right then. Let's see. What was we saying? Yes, we're just checking for jams and other problems. Now here we've got a station full of vehicles and we've got vehicles queuing up. That is probably because these vehicles are now faster and more efficient, which means they're not as needed as regularly. So you don't need as much. Wow. So it's not a jam, it's a surplus of trains. I think. I feel like. A surplus of trains. Yeah, we're gonna potentially have a surplus of trains in many places. Just because the efficiency's gone up. Operating profit still dropped a bit. It's not jam, it's marmalade. I wonder why it's dropped. What do people think? Why would the operating profit have dropped? Is it because I'm running more and more vehicles and I don't need them all? Yeah. Let's have a look. So how many trains? We have 779 trains. We might have to just nip around the world and just have a little look. And where there is a bit of a slowdown, just reduce the number of trains. Okay, so here we've got 42 trains visiting this station. If we group by shared orders, we've got 12 here and 30 here. Right, so from these 12, I'm going to send 2 to the depot. And from these 30, I'm going to send 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm going to send 10 to the depots. Yeah, that's why you use overflows. That's true. Yeah, you're hearing a lot of breakdowns. I'm not seeing any at the moment. Yeah. What was the effect on rail or monorail is that it's too many trains for Maglev? So because Maglev trains are faster than the standard trains, right? They get to where they need to be quicker. Because they get to where they need to be quicker, one train can deliver its cargo from the start to its destination faster, which means you don't need as many trains to shift the same amount of cargo, right? So if a train is doing the journey twice as fast as another one, you probably need half as many trains because it's just going to nip there and back and come back and load again. Now, because you don't need as many and there's a lot of trains there waiting to load, then they back up. Just saw 2 breakdowns on stream. Well, you will see breakdowns. You'll still see some breakdowns. I mean, look, the reliability is 58% there. Okay? They do need to service at times. It's like, there will be there. And Vactube is several times faster. That is true. There is, I think, a new Vactube train, actually. Let's have a quick look at the replacing of vehicles. Yes, so the Swiss Metro is out. It goes even faster. The reliability is 69%, which is quite a lot worse. But it has wagon horsepower. Select the new engine type you'd like to use. Yeah. It's probably longer, right? So we'll have to see. The running costs. Yes. Vactube costs an absolute fortune. It will mess with the length, yes. I mean, to be honest, with the Vactube, we'd probably just delete them and put new ones in that we want to have in. So what I was saying was, because the trains are faster, you need less of them. Because you need less of them, they queue up at stations more. Because they queue up at stations more, you get this kind of backlog that you're seeing here. So instead of the trains being spaced out nicely along the entire length of the railway, because they're all busy making their trip, they've all done their trips and they're sat waiting to come into the station. So this one here, I'm going to send to the depot. And this one here, I'm going to send to the depot. And we'll do these ones as well. So where we see too many trains, we'll just send a few to the depot and it'll be fine. It will be fine. And your bridges are still slower. Oh no. I mean, I don't use a lot of bridges, but here's one. And you can see the speed limit for that bridge is a little bit slower than the maximum speed of the train, to 450, 402. Now, can they be upgraded? I don't think so. Let's have a look. Okay, so this one, by the looks of it, could be upgraded to tubular steel, which is 434, right? Which is closer, but not the best. Now, like I said, luckily for me, I don't use bridges very often. But where I have used bridge, look, I got rid of a couple of trains and things are flying around here already better. Get rid of that. Can't see what's going on. So I think we might just have to see when we come across a bridge. I mean, obviously these ones need doing. I think we had some bridges here. I should just hold control. It's a much quicker way to upgrade bridges, right? I think there were some bridges down here. There we go. Oh, yeah, bridges here too. God, there's bridges all over the place. So this will help. Oh, that one will only let me upgrade to concrete. I think it needs to be bigger. Let's try that. There we go. Yeah, you can upgrade bridges. You can just click on them to upgrade them. I often forget about it. Like, it's one of those things that I know, but I forget about at the time. Now, again, here, it's all tunnels, but we've got one bridge there, so we'll upgrade that. And then... this one's got a bridge. Don't think there's any bridges in this bit. It's all tunnels. Some of these station designs here do have a bridge. Not all of them, though. Oh, there's a bridge here. Yeah, I do try and avoid bridges for this exact reason. Yeah, it's this exact purpose, which is why I try and avoid bridges as a general rule. It's like they're not banned or anything. It's just reduce the amount of bridges a bit and it gets round a number of issues. So that's all good. And let's see, have we got any over here? Nope, these are all tunnels, these are all tunnels, those are all tunnels. Oh, there are some bridges here, but they're already good ones. Yep, these ones are already good as well. OpenTTD find and replace. Oh, there's one. Every now and then there is one for one reason or another. The reason here is, I think the reason here is the station is higher than the railway line. So you wouldn't go down, then down again into a tunnel, and then back up again. You just go over with a bridge. Now, I'm pretty sure I did some bridges over here. Yep, there we are, look. A whole host of bridges. We're definitely getting into the future now. Oh, there's one there as well. Yeah. Raise the land and make the main line a tunnel. I mean, that'd be quite a big bit of raising. But it could be done. Oh, some bridges here. So some of the trains might have to slow down a little bit for these bridges. But I have... But I have been relatively sparing with the bridges. So it's not that bad. There we go. It might seem like I'm doing a lot of bridges, but compared to some people's games, this is not a lot. This is not a lot of bridges. I mean, I could have reduced the amount of bridges that I'm using by not having as many rivers that I'm not blowing up. Also, well, that's a bridge. There we go. There's a bunch of bridges over here. There we go. Yeah, this is the reason. Bridges are not nice. I think what we'll do is, after we've done these main lots of bridges, we'll just say, that's it. We'll just give up on the bridges. And if there are any more, when we spot them, we'll do them on the fly. But we're not going to go around bridge hunting forever. Just bear with me while I grommet in front of that particular train. Yeah, tunnels, tunnels. That's a tunnel, that's a tunnel. Why is there a massive traffic jam on the line? There's probably just too many vehicles now. Depends which line you mean. I mean, there's no massive traffic jam here. These ones are all flowing. There's a little bit of a slowdown there. That one's got a problem by the looks of it. I think this one might just be that there's too many trains on the line. Like, they're all coming into this station, they're just using 2 platforms. Then a lot of the trains here reverse and go back down the line. There's just too many. New tube bridges are out in 5 years. I don't know about that because of the new GRF that we've got. It's just too many trains. Like I said previously, it's something that we're just going to have to go in and get rid of some of them. All right then. I don't think we can order by. Oh, remaining lifetime. Interesting. Let's do profit this period. Oh yeah, there's one of our stop trains. Oh no, it is just keep going. Oh, okay. I thought that might help us find like the one that is stopped, but it's not going to, is it? It'd be nice to be able to order by like movement status. Yeah. Oh, train whistle. Yeah, it's too late at night for a real one, but you get a virtual train whistle. There you go. Yeah, I know the stop trains have a blue number, but you sift through 779 trains. Yeah. Spot the blue number. There's some. See, they're the ones that are just stopped because they're stopped. Because they're stuck. These ones are only stuck because, again, we've got too many. So we'll send that one to the depot. And we'll send that one to the depot. And that one to the depot. So one of the advantages of removing all the trains in the game, converting the track, and then adding all the trains back again is you don't always need all of the trains back into the game. Group by shared orders and then check the groups. I'm not sure that would be necessary. Yeah. I think there are some special bridge GRFs. It's not the ones that we seem to be using right now. Yeah, so as a general rule, where there's too many vehicles just sat waiting, like here, you kind of just need to get rid of a couple of them because they're just so fast and brilliant. Not sure why that train isn't going from the depot. They did just break down. What's its reliability? 51%. Not the best reliability. Yeah, we're gonna take that train out. And we're gonna take this one out as well. Get rid of a couple of trains on this line. Don't need so many. There we go. An overflow would handle the traffic issue. Yes, but it would also hide the problem of you having too many trains. So it depends how you want to handle it, doesn't it? The trains with the least profit would be jammed up ones that haven't been able to load. That would be a good indication, yeah. So if we go here, we have a look at shared orders, and we sort by total profit. Let's do last period. So, the ones that have made the most money is whatever these are. Oh, what a surprise. It's the alcohol line. 45 million. And then, at the moment, some of these aren't doing so great. So, there's the petroleum fuels trains. And I think the reason why these guys don't make a lot of money last period is because they don't go very often, because they get a shipment and then they all go and empty that shipment and then they come back round again. Having said that though, now that we have Maglev, we probably only need 2 rather than 3. So I'll send it to the depot. If there's 20 trains in the jam, you don't think removing 3 of them will resolve the issue? Ah, well, it will do. It will help, yes. So the problem isn't you've got 20 trains and they're all useless. The problem is you've got too many trains, so there's a bottleneck. So all the trains then line up at that bottleneck. If you take out just enough trains to relieve the bottleneck, then they'll all flow through. So I will just remove them as and when I see them. These guys don't make much money anyway because they're the back and forward ones. Those 2... Yeah, this area is getting really busy, but it's okay. 3 on 20 isn't resolving the bottleneck, you don't think? Well, it depends. It depends how close that bottleneck is to being saturated. Like, all it takes is one more train trying to fit through the bottleneck than what the bottleneck can cope with. The booze line is indeed booming, yeah. This is a little bit busy, but I think we're okay. That train switched lines, I think, because we had a train coming on. We've got a little bit of a slowdown here because of this junction. This junction's always a pain because the trains are struggling to get into this station and out quick enough. The in's fine. I think the out's okay. It's just a matter of getting them through. There's a lot of trains using 6 platforms. These aren't junction bottlenecks, these are cargo load bottlenecks. Yes. Yes, because the vehicles are on full load. And there's only a certain amount of cargo. So if you've got enough cargo to keep 15 trains running nice and smoothly, and you've got 17 trains, then you're going to have trains that are slowly going to start building up and building up. Making an 8-track station, I'm not 100% sure that would resolve the issue. The main problem is you've got 2 or 3 lines all merging together into one here. Having said that though, if you look at the platforms, pretty much they're all being in use. There's not many platforms that are just not being used. So maybe we do need an extra platform. Where is the slowdown happening? It doesn't seem to be on the way in. That train just broke down though. Let's have a look. Reliability is 61%. Yeah. Okay. So the trains are flowing in and out of the station, no problem. I'm just beginning to wonder if there's like an improvement we can make to the way the trains are coming in. Give them an extra minute, an extra place to merge. Ah, right. So the slowdown here is they're coming straight off the main line and hitting a signal with the back of the train. So what we want to do... Ah, I see why I did that now. Because even if I put a bridge here, which I can't because that track's in the way, and then I'd have to connect it up. And the bottleneck is 4 lane merges into 1 entry. Well, it depends how busy those 4 lanes going in, Gil, isn't it? So the problem here is not that the 4 lanes are going into 1. The problem is the main line is getting blocked when a train has to wait. Then again, another train's waiting, then another train's waiting. I think we've just got too many trains again. How many people are on the platform? Look, there's no people on the platform now. We're just having way too many trains. Look at all these. We've got 2 trains there, 2 trains there, 2 trains, 4, 3, 2. Let's get rid of one of these. Oh, hang on a minute, I couldn't do that. Why can't I do that? I want to do that. Right, why can't I get rid of this train? Unable to find route to local depot. I think that might be one of the... Might need to turn around before it can find route to the depot. There we go. Can't you make an overflow? I could make an overflow, but then the overflow would just get full of trains that aren't being used, right? So we'll get rid of that train. We've got these 4 here. Some of these trains are on sections of track without depots in front of them. There we go. We just don't need this many trains now with Maglev. Exactly. The trains are nearly empty. This is my point. You improve the speed and the acceleration of your trains, and you don't need as many of them to do all the stuff. There we go. And that's probably why we've had the drop in operating profit, because we've got a lot of trains that aren't doing as much. Like I said, look at the amount of passengers here. Pick a random train that's leaving. How full is it? Okay, it's got a load of passengers on there. It's not that full. Let's try and have a look, see if some of these want to head off to a depot. There we go. We don't need that many. Excess trains in an overflow are easy to remove. That is true. That is true, yeah. Maybe next time I do a network, we integrate overflows into it. And maybe we start doing things like priority merges. I mean, I've never felt like I've needed to before, but every series I do seems to get bigger and bigger and bigger. More towns, bigger maps, more connections, more junctions, more complex. I think we're going to have to do more and more complicated networks to deal with the amount of demand from the challenging networks. Maybe check stations for low cargo weight and see what you have too many trains of. I mean, there's probably a lot with not many things waiting. Toto waiting cargo. Like, there's not much. There's nothing here at this port here. This bus stop doesn't have anybody at it. Although, if you confine that to trains, and then confine it to passengers, right? Then you can say, look, this station has no passengers at it, but there's 19 trains going to it, and that's one of the ones that I've just reduced. Again, over here, we've got a station. We've got 6 trains going to it. There's a medium amount. There's not many examples of this. This is one, though. Look at this. There are a lot. I mean... Oh, that's weird. So because some of the trains were diesel when they got converted, and some of the trains were monorail, they've got different wagons. Yeah. So I think what we'll do is we've got to be careful about which ones we remove here, because we can't just go, oh, 17, that's too many. Because I'm pretty sure that's probably going to be one of the special lines. Right. I mean, it might be too many actually now. Especially if we constantly don't have passengers here. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Let's get rid of a few of these trains. So 17 are going to get rid of 2 to begin with. There we go. And just reducing a few trains here and there will have a relatively big effect. There we go. And what we'll do is that as we continue with the Let's Play, as we continue to upgrade and improve and expand, take on new challenges and change things, we'll continue to identify where there might be too many trains, where there could be improvements, without making massive changes to the existing network of infrastructure. Having said that though, see these signs here? We don't need to keep them here anymore. I haven't been moving this station around. There we go. And I managed to delete them without blowing up any of the railway line as well, so that's a nice little bonus. There's a bridge. There is a bridge. Well spotted. Let's do a bridge. Bridge conversion. There we go. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna have a look. We're gonna have a look on the server as well. Right then. So yeah, let's just pause this here. I'm going to save this off as the 3rd save of the live stream, and we're going to go over to the server. Smurf Bandit, thank you very much for your super chat. Is there a limit to how far you can send a train? Interesting. My last game, you went halfway across the map with a 40-tire long train full of coal, and it lost money? Okay, 40-tile long train. So I'm guessing it took a long time to deliver the cargo, and that's why it lost money. And the reason why it probably took a long time to deliver the cargo was either your train couldn't accelerate properly because it was too long, or it couldn't load and unload properly because it was longer than the station. But you would probably be better off with a shorter train, or more engines on the train so it can accelerate. So it depends how long your station was, it depends how many engines you had, but basically I think the short version of the answer is it took too long to do its journey. Right, we're jumping on the Viewer Plus server. When does the timer start from when the first coal is loaded? I don't know if it's each individual piece of cargo. It might be each individual piece of cargo. But let's go and have a look. Here we go. Everybody say hello to the YouTubes. We have 19 clients playing in 15 companies. DG Eggs there, Guardian, Cinder, Jokes on there as well. A few people in the server here, and there's a couple of companies that have been abandoned, but it doesn't look like they're locked, I don't think. That one does appear to have a password, actually. Now, I can't remember how long it is, but old companies do get purged on these multiplayer servers, so we'll have to see. 3 engines, 40-tile station, no wait time, fast acceleration. I think it just took too long. Don't know what the maximum speed is or how fast you're going, but yeah. So let's go have a look round. Let's go have a look a bit around the world. So what have we got going on here? Well, we've got some nice little depots here. Now, I don't know, but if we have a look, I wonder how long the trains are going on that line. Is that it? If that's how long the train is, which that to me looks length 10, these sidings, these slip lines off the line aren't long enough. Yeah. Oh, 143, that's not enough for that speed. Yeah. It's a very big T-junction there. Look at the size of that. Now, here's a tip. Okay, maybe we could just go around on the server and do a few tips. But instead of doing a tunnel under here and then big corners to make sure your train doesn't slow down and connecting up, what you could do is make this section here a tunnel. Well, maybe not there, but maybe like here. Make that section a tunnel, and then this line can just diagonally go across here. So this is not necessary, this is not necessary, and all this round there is not necessary. Who's that? That is Transport Co-Revenge. There you go. That's who's on that one. There's a little bit of a kink here, but a little kink's fine, obviously going around the hillside. Oh, you went bankrupt and that's why your name's Revenge. I see. Let's have a look at the world map. Ooh, the world is actually filling up quite a lot. There's a few towns that are really starting to grow now. Look at this. The server has only been going now for about 2 and a bit hours. It's already getting quite full. But don't worry, the server will upgrade and change. Look at that. Look at these junctions. And if you put path signals in there, you don't need it. But, oh no, bridges, bridges, bridges. Don't necessarily need bridges, fine. Right, let's have a look at Egg. Let's see what Egg's up to. So DJ Egg started the open comp. Okay, let's go and have a look. Oh, yeah, there's some trains in that one. 21 trains. Stations. Only 7 stations? Okay, let's have a look. So we've got what looks like a passenger and mail service here with a 90-degree turn into the depot, so the trains will never use that depot to service as their... Oh no, wait. Once they go into the depot to service, they won't be able to leave. So trains can go in that depot but not come out. Well, MacLeod made a change to the thing. Let's see if we can find it. I can't... Wow, look at this. I can't find the... Can't find out where it is. Oh, oh. I'm determined to find it. Go to your HQ. Okay, let's do that. So there's the HQ. Oh, here we go. So there you are, look. They implemented my suggestion and this is much neater, right? That bit before will work and you're not crossing the lines, which is brilliant. And you're doing long corners, which is brilliant. But the line's also longer. The train has to travel more distance. And if the train has to travel more distance, it's going to take longer. You're not going to get as much money. We made a HQ island. Oh, God. Oh, okay, it's over here. All the HQs are coming in. This is what I like to see. I like to see people collaborating and playing together. Here we've got the same problem again. I don't think the trains will be able to get out the depot down the line. What they'll be able to do is go back into the station, turn around and go back out again. So they're not going to get stuck forever. Same there. Same there. Don't know what's going on here. Now these ones will be alright, I think. Yeah, these ones are okay. Yeah, I like it. It's good to see. This station's got loads of passengers at it. 6 trains. That's quite a lot of trains. So I think we're going to have to come back to this server at some point and see what's going on. But if you want to have a look at this server, you can join in and have a go. The information about how to do so is on my Discord. It's pinned in the appropriate channel. And if you're not on my Discord, the link is at the top and bottom of my website. There's a link to my website. Don't forget, folks, we now have an OpenTTD viewers game planned. And the information for that is in my Discord as well. All the events are planned in my Discord. Let's see. In my Discord, we have not only my normal live Let's Plays, but also the dev workshops, the community gaming nights, LAN parties, my birthday party stream, and the Real Rails OpenTTD viewers game number 36. Okay. So there we go. The password's in the Discord. Hellish, non-Viewer Plus members don't even see the channel unless invited. Not true. You need to go to the thing that gets you to show that all the channels and tick the channel and follow the channel, and then it will show you it. So it should be fine. We had somebody do that earlier. So you just need to click. Discord brought this thing in where you can like hide and show channels, but it just gets hidden because it was previously hidden by a role. It won't affect new people, and if you're a Viewer Plus, it won't affect you. But if you browse the channels, it's there. Yeah. So as long as you're familiar with the channel situation on Discord, you should be good. So there we go, folks. That's all the different bits of news from what's going on. Remember, we've got some pretty interesting videos flying around at the moment on the channel. Do continue to support. I am still in the process of trying to take this from a hobby to full-time content creation. So if you want me to continue to do live streams like this, to continue to do community gaming nights, to bring back Max Permadeath, more OpenTTD, more retro games, more train games, then we need to keep pushing on and keep the support going. So thank you very much to all of the people who have subscribed to the channel. Thank you to everybody who does memberships, including Viewer Plus. And thank you very much to you for watching. That's going to be all for tonight. Take care. Have a good Friday and a good weekend. And I will see you all on Monday on the Variety channel for the Community Gaming Night, Age of Empires. Goodbye for now, everybody.